Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lord Alvon, and today we are drafting Modern Horizons for the very first time. I am so excited to draft this set. I have been waiting for this for such a long time, and I have pretty much no idea what to expect. So we're gonna just take a look here and see what all we got. Okay. So our rare is a Force of Vigor, which I think is a card much better suited to a sideboard in a modern deck than an actual draft here. I do like Frostwalk Bastion. I think this card is quite powerful. Let's see. Tempered Sliver is powerful, but slivers are mostly in red-white. I like Mother Bear. I like Rain of Revelation a lot. That's a very powerful card. It's either that or the Frostwalk Bastion. Let's take the Bastion. I think the snow theme is really cool, and if I can get this to activate, it's going to be very powerful. So we'll try this, and we'll see where things go. Okay, so here we've got a Vampire Ninja. That's kind of cool. If we want to stick with the snow theme, we could take this Arkham's Astrolabe. It's a pretty powerful card. Gets us snow mana. It's kind of neat. There's also this Rime Tender, which is good with the Frostblock Bastion we've already picked up. But I think I like taking Mana War here. The Snow deck is green-blue, so Mana War is something that would fit into that, but this also just fits into any blue deck really well. So I just kind of like taking this. There's also a Defile, which is a pretty powerful removal spell if you have like at least 10 swamps in your deck. It's also worth considering the snow-covered swamp here, but I think I'll take the Mana War. What I'm going to be looking for is, for snow-covered wise, they're going to be, the islands, like this. Snow-covered island should be pretty strong if I'm trying to draft any sort of snow theme. There's also a Pyrophobia here. It's a pretty good removal spell. String of Disappearances is a good bounce spell. Very flexible, because you can choose what you target. And let's say I want to bounce one of my own creatures and my opponent's creature. I can target my own one first, and then you copy it and then target your opponent's thing second. It's just super flexible, and I really like this card a lot. There's also a Trumpeting Herd. 6 power, 6 toughness for 4 mana is pretty strong. That's like talismans. Let's see. I'm going to kind of hedge my bets and take the Pyrophobia here, because this is going to be good in whatever. Although that being said, here's an Archmage's Charm. That card is sweet. Maybe I just draft mono blue. Take this. I mean, that's really strong. I mean, Archmage's Charm is a very powerful card. So if I can cast it, it'll be really good. There's also a Choking Tethers, which is a pretty strong thing. It's either a, oh gosh, what's that card? It's like a pressure point in blue you can't counter. Or it's like a fog. It's kind of a sweet one. Yeah, I didn't come here to be... I did not come here to make a lame deck. We came here to do something crazy. Okay, so Archmage's Charm it is. We could take Foil Rebuild is kind of sweet. Also, there's this Frost Walla. Slivers have Exalted is pretty strong. I think I'll take the String here. String seems really good. I also do like Squirrel Nest, but yeah, I think we're definitely blue. I'm going to try to cut the blue, and then we're going to see what else we can get in addition to the blue. So if we're continuing to cut blue, we can just take this Prohibit. It's a pretty strong counterspell. I do like the Mother Bear. Mother Bear is a pretty strong 2-drop. I don't know if we're green yet. We do have a powerful red card, so I think I'll take this Prohibit, and then we'll see where we go from there. That being said, there was a snow-covered island in that pack, and I could have considered taking that because the snow-covered islands are actually pretty important for the snow deck. But I think I like where we're at. We got like a lot of good blue tempo and control tools, so We'll see. Speaking of, you wish I'd taken the Reign of Revelation rather than the Frostwalk Bastion first pick, but I think this was a reasonable speculative pick. And we still might be able to activate this potentially. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We have Eladamri's Call is a rare. Winter's Rest is very strong if you have any snow permanents at all. It's like a 2-mana, really solid removal spell. Also a Savage Swipe. I think I'll take the Winter's Rest, and then I'll try to prioritize the snow lands a little bit more here on out. Yeah, let's try that. But yeah, this is the first time drafting this format. Some of these cards I haven't even like looked at all that closely, so some of them are going to be a little bit new to me. Actually, I guess pretty much all of them are new to me, but yeah, there's some really sweet stuff in this set, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. Let's see. So this is kind of useless. I think I'll take the Snow-Covered Forest. The snow deck is often green-blue, and you already do have one Prohibit. Not sure if I want to. Frostwall is okay, but I'm going to have to actually have snow mana to make it good. So I think I'll take the Snow-Covered Forest there, and then we can probably try to make this work. Maybe I'll wheel one of the Snow-Covered Islands. That would be great. I know I saw 2 this pack. So ideally, we'd get a couple of those. Let's see. Snow-Covered Mountain. Okay. That's kind of fine. I'm not really a huge fan of any of these cards. Shatter Assumptions is definitely not good in this format, and Mind Rake is just basically Mind Rot unless you have an empty hand. Ransack the Lab's kind of cool. I think I'll just take the Snowland. I think in general it's going to be correct in this format. If you have a situation where you don't really see a card that you're going to play, or like that'd really be too strong for you, you just take the Snow-Covered Land, because there's quite a few really interesting snow-covered cards, or cards that benefit from having snow stuff that just could be really nice. I think they'll take the Astrolabe here. Not really a huge fan of any of the rest of these cards. I guess Lava Dart is okay, but Arkham's Astrolabe is good. We already have 3 snow sources that can tap for it, and this like fixes for any snow things you might try to be doing. We don't have any, other than like the Frostwalk Bastion, we don't actually have any snow payoffs yet, but I think those should be reasonably easy to pick up. But I guess we'll see. I think I'll take another String here. Geomancer's Gambit's kind of cool. Yeah, let's take another String. String I think is going to be really strong. Also, can we appreciate that Seb McKinnon art? Ooh, baby. Little moon-headed ladies in there. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird art, but it's really cool. We'll take let's take a plain, snow-covered plains here. So now we just got like a whole bunch of snowlands. I guess the Archmage's Charm is looking like it's going to be pretty tough to cast in this deck, maybe. But I guess we're still in pack 1, so I mean we'll have to see. We'll still have to see here, but we have 5 snow sources, so Frostwall is actually pretty decent at this point. I'll take that. Yep. Frostwall is very reasonable. Sort this by converted mana cost now. Oh wow, a lot of 3s. 0, 1, 2, 3. It's pretty funny. Vigashino Sand Sprinter. Probably not playing that. Doesn't seem too great. And I don't know why it was doing that, but we have opened a Sword of Truth and Justice, so we'll be taking that for sure. Holy cow. This card is insane. Yeah. So, +2/+2, pro-white, pro-blue, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you put a counter on one of your creatures, and then you proliferate. So you get at least 2 counters on one of your creatures, and then any other creatures that have counters get an extra one. So that's insane. That's also a Rhyme Tender. Exclude I really like. Tribute Mage is good, but definitely not in this format. It's a lot worse. But Sword of Truth and Justice is amazing. So we'll be taking that for sure. And make our deck no matter what it looks like. So it's a really good thing to have access to. Looking at the rest of this pack, I'd love to table something like the Snow-Covered Island, the Avon, the Rhyme Tender, the Exclude. Even Spell Snuff wouldn't be terrible. Or even Magmatic Sinkhole seems pretty solid, but Sword is great. And okay, so here we can take the Fiery Islet or the Rain of Revelation. I did do this at Phantom Draft, so I'm not really tempted to take anything for money. In which case, the Sword and the Fiery Islet would be one of those things where I would be like, woo, yes, money. But I'm not tempted by that because it's a Phantom vet, so not going to be a temptation. But I think Rain of Revelation just seems excellent. Fire Islet is good. If I end up playing any form of red in my deck, it'll be nice. I just think Rain is going to be really, really excellent. Like, you can like hold up a Prohibit and then cast Rain if they don't cast anything you want to counter. That's really sweet. And here we got Unbound Flourishing, where you cast a spell with mana cost that contains X, you double the value of X. Oh wow. Okay, that's crazy. This is definitely a commander card. Not at all for modern or for draft. So we're gonna ignore that. Take like either a Savage Swipe or a 2 Silk Spider or a Choking Tethers. I think all three of those are pretty nice. Shenanigans. So we do have a couple of 2/2s. We have the Mana War and we have the Frostwalla that are both 2/2s. So the Savage Swipe does look like it's gonna be pretty good. I do like the 2 Silk Spider though. I'll take the Savage Swipe. I think good removal can be hard to come by, and I like this one a lot. Exclude is great, and so is Pondering Mage. Wow, okay. I like both of those quite a bit. It's also Treetop Ambusher, Wandering Way, Winding Way, and Scour all possibilities. Like any of those would be great. Take the Pondering Mage. Or Exclude. I just think Exclude is just excellent. Like, just one of the best counter spells you can possibly get. And one less to cast for each land in your graveyard. That's kind of neat. We could take a Spell Snuff. We could take another Astrolabe. We could take the Snow-Covered Mountain, the Frostwalla, Fountain of Ichor. Fountain of Ichor actually isn't bad because that does fix our mana really nicely. I think I want the Frostwalla. We're gonna have probably a decent number of snowlands, maybe. No, I think the Frostwalls are kind of like a dime a dozen, so we'll just take this and we'll be pretty happy with it. Here we have Icehide Golem, which you can cast off any of these snowlands, but I think this is a little bit too loose. Wouldn't mind another Winter's Rest. Snow-Covered Plains, Lonely Sandbar. I think I like the Winter's Rest here. Maybe the Lonely Sand. Yeah, we'll just try to take all the removal, I think. I think that's going to be the plan. Astrolabe, Frostwalla, Sisay. Okay, so Sisay gets legendary permanents. We don't really have any of those. So I'll take the Frostwalla here. Weather the Storm is kind of sweet. Oh, man. Love it. Love this so much. Arkham's Astrolabe, again, kind of a cool card. I think the Frostwalla is going to be pretty nice. Force of Negation. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's kind of strong. This is not that great, though. You take, like, the Rhyme Tender or the Squirrel Nest. I think the Rhyme Tender is probably the best one. It is a snow permanent for our 2 copies of Winter's Rest, and can ramp us if we get one of the snowlands out. Squirrel Nest is kind of sweet too. We probably need a 2-drop. Snow-covered Island is great, and I definitely want to pick that up here because that's something we're going to need, just period, and that's really good. So now I think one of the things I'm going to want to be looking for here, Elvish Fury is kind of sweet, Nature's Chant. One of the things I'm going to want to be looking for in this last final pack here are going to be, oh wow, Scour, that's great actually. Going to be cards that that let me get like specific lands out of my deck. The specific one that I'm thinking of here being there's a Druid for 3 mana. It's a green common, and when it enters the battlefield, you sacrifice a land, and then you search for any 2 lands, and you put those lands onto the battlefield. So I kind of like that for a couple of reasons. Number 1 is it ramps you. And number 2 is the fact that it can just fetch your snow-covered basics so that you just have all your snow mana for your Frostwallas and all those other good things. So yeah, really would love one of those Druids. So this, we got a Pashalik Mons. That guy's kind of sweet. Sack a Goblin, make 2 Goblins. I mean, strong... okay, so we could take the Gleaner. It just seems kind of bad. This pack is kind of garbage for us in general. Maybe I just want the snow-covered basic. I don't know. It's currently we're like mono control on this end. I think I might just want the Wind Caller even, as weird as that is. Like, we just need creatures that can attack. I do like Hexdrinker, though. I think Hexdrinker is really good. I also do like Squirrel Nest, and I have seen like 2 of them go by, so I'm hoping this one comes around, but Hexdrinker is just great. Not only is it a 1 mana 2/1, but it also is a 4 mana 4/4 protection from instants, and then it just becomes a little baby Progenitus if you give it enough time. So that's excellent, and I'm definitely taking this. We're probably going to count it as a 4-drop, but yeah, there's nothing I want to take over this card. Yep, that is excellent. And here we have Glacial Revelation, Scuttling Sliver, Chiller Pillar, Treefolk Umbra. I think I want the Chiller Pillar. This is a 4-drop, and you can make it into a 5/5 flyer if you monstrify it, so that's kind of sweet. Sliver Trilobite. I didn't even notice that was a thing. That's amazing. Okay, Treefolk Umbra is kind of sweet, but yeah, I think the Chiller Pillar is what we're looking for here. We already have a nice number of snowlands here, so I think we'll take out Pyrophobia for now, and then all these lands. Not necessarily playing Astrolabes, but we'll see, and then we're gonna sort by converted mana cost. We have a lot of 1s. Not sure I'm playing this frog. Let's see. This is probably a 4. Elvish Fury, string, double string. Okay. So the Winter's Rest actually works really well in multiples. Archmage's Charm. I might just play it, but I guess we'll see how everything works out here. But so I'm gonna take the non-creatures out over here. Hold on, where are we here? We're at. I'm hoping that I didn't just get disconnected, because that would really, really suck. Okay, so yes, we got disconnected. That answers that question. Wow, that really sucks. But looks like we didn't get too horribly screwed over. So let's sort by converted mana cost here, or sort by color, I should say. Gave us a couple of Fists of Flame. Okay, well, that's Definitely not great, but so I can take the snow-covered swamp. I don't know. Okay, so Tree Folk is kind of sweet. I don't know how many snow permanents I'm going to have. Got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 snow lands. Plus a couple Astrolabes and some Frostwallows and some Winter's Rusts. If I just play like all of them, maybe the Tree Folk is good. We'll take it. I mean, this is the deck for it. If any deck is the deck for it, it's probably this one. Let's take more Snowlands. Elemental's kind of cool, but yeah. Take more Snowlands, and people took all our Snowlands. Okay, this is fine. Astrolabes are going to be pretty useful with the Snowlands because they can turn all of our random colors into whatever color I need. I'll take the Squirrel Nest here, though. And Glacial Revelation gets me a bunch of snow permanents. Probably not, though. We'll take the Tree Folk Umbra. Excavating Anarid. You can sack a land to draw a card. Just want more full art, or more of these full art basics. Take more of the snow-covered lands and another Astrolabe. That's probably going to be like the way our mana base works. Is we'll just be running like like a whole bunch of these, a whole bunch of the snow-covered basics. With the triple Astrolabe to turn all the awkward snow mana into mana we actually need. That's going to be the plan. Okay, so first, let's sort by color and then get rid of all the colors we don't want. So if I'm playing any red cards, it'll be Pyrophobia and none of this garbage. I think the Tree Folk actually might be decent with all these, as many of these as I picked up. There's 8 of them. It gives like 9 Snowlands. So 9 Snowlands plus triple Astrolabe I think should be pretty sweet. Okay. So that's how this is going to work. I probably will play the Pyrophobia. Archmage's Charm is going to be too difficult to cast, I believe. So now we just got to figure out if I take out all of these lands and the Waterlogged Grove, that's going to help to splash. What do we play here? We don't play Weather the Storm for sure. Elvish Fury I like. Hexdrinker I like. Spore Frog I don't like. Rhyme Tender is going to be excellent. Winding Way is kind of sweet. Frostwallows are good. Tree Folk Umbra I'm not a fan of. String, Prohibit, Scour, Winter's Rest, Exclude, Mana War, Chiller Pillar. Okay. Let's sort these by converted mana cost. We got a lot of ones, interestingly enough. I'm going to actually group creatures separately here. So we're very low on creatures. It's going to make this sort a little bit worse. I'm going to cut the Fountain, I think, because we're not really ramping at anything. And I think the Astrolabe should fix our mana well enough. So I need to cut 2 more. Maybe like Elvish Fury. I don't think that's going to be too great in this deck. And like, just cut the Pyrophobia. You know, Pyrophobia just feels like it's like a good removal spell, and it's just so easy to splash off of a triple Astrolabe. And I'm even playing like a bunch of snow-covered mountains, so it's going to be super easy, I think. Like the only hard card to cast in this deck will be the Squirrel Nest, and that's if I don't get a hand with an Astrolabe, which I probably will. Savage Swipe, Double String, maybe Winding Way, because Winding Way doesn't really do much if I only have 8 creatures here, so we'll cut that. And then we will, let's see, that's pretty good. Seems pretty solid. So we're gonna combine groups, sort by color. So we've got a lot of blue. I kind of want at least 10 blue sources if I can make it happen, but probably won't, because I already have all these lands. We need 7 lands. So you already got 2 snow-covered forests, and then 1 snow-covered island, and the Waterlogged Grove. So probably we want to do something along the lines of like 4 like 4 basic islands and 4 islands and 3 forests. Let's do that. 4 islands, 3 forests. Add to the deck. Sort by. Okay. Cool. So now let's sort by converted mana cost again. All right. So here we go. Teamer Snow. This is one of the jankiest things I've ever seen. But we do have a Hex Drinker. We could probably win some games with that. We have a sword. So, yeah. I mean, hopefully we can just draw some snow-covered lands with Astrolabes and just fix all our mana like a champ. Because these do cycle. So, like, it's effectively like playing like 3 1-mana cantrips, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. We're going to try it. I think it's likely bad, but we shall see. We shall see. I definitely wanted more snow-covered islands than I got, but considering we got disconnected halfway through the middle of pack 3, I mean, this is not too bad. Not too bad. We'll make it work. All right, match number 1 for Modern Horizons. Let's take a look. I would like to play first and check out my hand. All right. This hand seems fine. We'll keep. We've got a Mana War on 3, Chiller Pillar on 4. We have a snow land to use with our Winter's Rest. Like, this hand is gas. Hand is gas. Play the snow-covered forest first. Can show off. Look at how cool my lands are, yo. Opponent's playing red. Okay. Let's play a regular forest and pass. Ooh, our opponent has a snow land too. Talisman of Conviction. Nice. Okay. Well, unfortunate bit here is the fact. Ooh, actually, that's great. So we're gonna scour some possibilities here. Scrytooth and draw a card, and I can flashback it later. So preordain for 2 mana with a flashback of 5. Frostwalk Bastion seems pretty great. String seems bad. We're gonna bottom String for now. I think I'll top the Frostwalk Bastion. Because Frostwalk, I have like a whole bunch of things to turn it on. So put that on top. This is probably pretty strong. All right, and let's pass the turn. Next turn, making Chiller Pillar or like Mana War or, you know, a whole bunch of things. And then later I can Scour, which is pretty sweet. And 2 good Cultivator. Okay. My opponent's going to just discard a whole bunch of lands, and then we're going to bounce this with Mana War. Seems good to me. Oh, just 1? Okay, that's fine, I guess. Wonder if they had more they could. More they could discard, and they just chose not to? I don't know. All right, so things I could do here. So I can go Frostwalk Bastion and Mana War, or I could go Island Mana War. I think I like the Frostwalk Bastion because I just kind of want to get it into play. And like the only cost for this is like 1 life, effectively. So this is fine. We're going to bounce the Cultivator back to hand. Dude. Get out of here. Might have been better just to play the Chiller Pillar that turn. I don't know. Igneous Elemental. Well, that sucks. That's really good. That's really good for my opponent. They get to shoot down my Mana War. Okay, well, at least I got some tempo out of it. Winter's Rest. Okay, we're just going to slam the Chiller Pillar here, which I probably should have done last turn, but this is fine. I can Monstrify it next turn if I want, and then I have like 2 of these Winter's Rest that are just going to be like a 2-mana Claustrophobia. So we can get some pretty good tempo here. Okay, see if my opponent's going to attack me. I anticipate that happening. Yep. Okay, we will take it. I think the Chiller Pillar is worth a little bit more than the 4/3 at this point in the game. Ravenous Giant. Well, that's a good target for Winter's Rest. Holy cow. Nice. Okay. That's a very good target for Winter's Rest. Here we go. Exclude. That's excellent. Okay, so these can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Still, for some reason, have not been able to draw what I want to draw, which is a red source for the Pyrophobia, which could be any one of my 3 Astrolabes, or it also could be one of my 3 snow-covered mountains. So I have a lot of outs here. I think it's better to hold up Exclude than to like Winter's Rest the 4/3. I think I could like Pyrophobia it later if I draw into a red source. So this is fine. So I can like hold up this Frostblock Bastion. It's kind of sweet. It's like, ooh, spooky. Of course, I'm not going to. That seems like a pretty bad idea. Taking 4 here is fine. The Rioter. When it dies, you may have it deal damage to any target equals the number of land cards in your graveyard. Well, I mean, let's just exclude that. Why not? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I can trade with the Chiller Pillar. Not really interested in that. Sword of Truth and Justice is great. Okay, all right. Saddled Rhyme Stag. Okay, can I get... Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can do them both. This is so good. So let's just... yeah, we're going to bean this guy. Then we're probably going to play Sword. 1, 2, 3. Truth and Justice. For all. Do have to pay a life for this, which kind of sucks, but this guy gets +2/+2, and we're gonna get to smack my opponent in the face pretty squarely, and then we're gonna proliferate an extra counter onto the Chiller Pillar, which is now a 7/7. Woo! If my opponent decides to leave this guy back to block, then we just get to kill him with Winter's Rest. So, or I'll die to Force of Rage. That's a thing that could also happen. Well, can't say I saw that one coming. 6 power Hasty Dudes for 3. It's pretty good. All right, well, that sucks. Got a little bit greedy there, but that's okay. So good to know about Force of Rage. Force of Rage. Okay, let's take a look at the sideboard. Do I want Spore Frog? Probably not. I think Spore Frog is a card I'm going to want in the matchup. I just kind of got a little bit... Yeah, like honestly, I think the deck is fine the way it is. We just need to not play... We need to like play around some of those like Igneous Elemental things. I think that is a particularly nasty card against us. I want to keep this hand. You can go Hex Drinker on 1, Rhyme Tender on 2, Squirrel Nest on 3. It's a pretty good curve. Pretty good aggressive curve out. So my opponent's playing red-green. They're not very likely to have an answer to it if I get this guy up to level 3. So we'll probably spend our turn 3 leveling up to level 3, especially if they tap out for something. That'll be really strong. Get the Rhyme Tender out there. If they don't have a red mana here. Interestingly enough, the common red removal spell only hits at sorcery speed, so they should probably use it now on the Hex Drinker if they want to just not die to it. So, Winding Way, that's not going to do it. All right, so choose creature or land. They're probably choosing creatures. They can dump some lands in their graveyard for their... Yep, Oh, wow. Okay, so they got... Do they seriously draw 3 creatures? Jeez, that's so good. That's so good. Oh, you know what's even better, though, is them having to discard 2. And then I'm going to level this guy up to a 4/4 protection from instants. And then we're going to Mana War their creatures. Or tap them down with Winter's Rest. And that should get me there. Okay, so they discarded a Rime Tender and a Bellowing Elk. So Bellowing Elk, not a thing they have anymore. So we're going to go, see, Island, level up, level up, level up. And that is now a 4/4 protection from instants on turn 3. Hex Drinker is gross. This card is not reasonable. Yeah, I think I definitely want to put Hex Drinker in my cube. Like, yeah, you just can't beat it. Like, what the heck? How is this a real card? All right, cool. So they can draw a lot of cards. I still think the deck is situated pretty well. Let's submit. I'm very surprised I haven't drawn any of my Astrolabes yet. Oh, here we go. I spoke too soon. Okay, sweet. We're going to keep. So we can go Forest Astrolabe on 1. And it's weird because Prohibit is generally a lot better on the play than the draw, because just for the simple reason that, like, I can't use this to counter a 2-drop on my opponent's turn. On my opponent's turn 2, obviously, because I don't actually have that mana yet. And then if I have this up on my turn 2, and then it's their turn 3, then they can't really. It's not really going to get anything. So, yeah, huge sad. Here, I'm just going to try to draw a few. We're going to add a blue with this, and then scour some possibilities. What I want to do is just scour away all of the... Ooh, okay, these are fine. I don't actually mind more Astrolabes. I mean, Astrolabes are really, really good if I draw the Abominable Treefolk. Maybe I just want to, like, put top. Yeah, those are both really good. We'll take it. My opponent could just untap and play something really insane here, but... like 4 drops on turn 3. We have bounce spells for that kind of stuff. If it's like all that good, I'll probably string this at like the end of the turn. We'll like let him hit me with it once. And then we will string it and then try to prohibit it when he plays it again. That seems totally fine. Here we're gonna play Frostwalla, I think, because that seems pretty strong. We have a lot of ways to pump it. Just got all these snow permanents. Like, wow. All right. Okay. The Ravenous Giant deals 1 damage to my opponent. I'll take 5 from it because I'm not going to be chump blocking this early, especially with my Frostwalla, which is effectively a 4/4 after I untap with it. So I'll take 1 here. See what my opponent has. Oh, Cycle of Crozen Tusker? That's fine. That's totally fine. Not a problem at all. Okay, this is cool. They get a snow-covered forest. Good to know. Wonder if they actually have any snow effects in their deck. I'd be curious to find that out. Oh, actually, no. I actually do know they have one. They have one of the 2-mana druids that I have in my deck. Winding Way. Okay. Very nice. This guy's definitely a pain. Winter's Rest. Oh, that's the perfect answer. Okay, so we can like hold up Prohibit and also Winter's Rest. That seems great. Okay, so we're going to do that. 1, 2. Winter's Rest is the perfect answer for this because it leaves it in play, so it's still dealing him damage over the course of the game. That's really good. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to smack with the Frostwalla. And we're just not going to... I'm not going to pump it up because we have Prohibit we want to leave up if my opponent casts a 1 or 2 drop we want to counter. Do they not have anything? They have to, right? Because they got a Springbloom Druid and a Trumpeting Herd. I guess the Trumpeting Herd went to the graveyard, so they got a Springbloom Druid. Okay. Springbloom Druid. Okay, sure. So let's sack off probably the mountain and then get a couple of snowlands, maybe. This is fine. Oh, they sacked a forest. Okay, that's totally cool. I got 2 more snow-covered forests. Nice. Yeah, so this is one of the cards that I really wanted for this deck was just to have the ability to basically get whatever snow mana you want. I think is just really strong with this card, but didn't get it this time. But this is fine. If my opponent plays something here that's really strong for 2 mana, we can just counter it with the Prohibit. And Savage Swipe definitely qualifies. We're gonna cast that and counter. I would like to not have my guy killed for 1 mana, thank you. Nope. Alright. Mana War. Cool. So we can bounce the Springbloom Druid. That seems terrible. Instead, let's go ahead and play an Astrolabe with the Snow Mana. And then maybe we can... I guess bouncing Springbloom Druid isn't that bad. I'd probably just rather play the Rime Tender. That seems way better. I think I will actually pump this if my opponent doesn't block. Give it +2/+2 until end of turn. Smack them a little bit. I have Rime Tender, untaps our Snowlands, and we can hold up a String, and String is disguised via these Arctum's Astrolabes pretty nicely. Let's see what our opponent has here. Igneous Elemental. Gross. Gross, but okay. So is he going to try to kill Bloom Tender? Do I string it? Probably not. Yeah. I don't like stringing this, but, I mean, string it's a lot better the longer I leave it in my hand. Yeah, I think I'll just let him die. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's you know, I can't really do much about it, so we'll take it in stride here. Winter's Rest. I can Winter's Rest this guy, or I can Mana War it. No, I think I'd just rather Winter's Rest it. Yeah, let's do that. Winter's Rest him. Tap that down. Attack with the Frostwalla. It's spooky. It's going to get you. Oh, he's casting the Force of Rage. I mean, you have to straight up trade Force of Rage for my guy. I can just pump it. Okay. If he only blocks with 1, he's got to block with both. So, this is fine. Do I just string bounce my guy? I think I do. Like, this is my only threat, right? Yeah, we'll just string my guy. I think it's correct, just because I don't want to lose my only threat. These will die at end of turn anyway, or beginning of the next upkeep anyway, so replay the Frostwalla. Like, this is a 4/4 creature, effectively. And I kind of want to leave my threat in play. And, like, this isn't really doing much if I don't have any, threats I'm protecting with it. So, we're using this to protect. So, they're going to sacrifice a land to their Anarid. Okay, that's fine. We can Mana War it. So, what? Vigilance? Okay, 5/5 Vigilance. That's kind of sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana, so I can't forget I have this Scour All Possibilities in my yard, so that is a thing that I can definitely do later if I need to. Oh, the Tree Folk. It's so good. Okay. Oh my god, how big is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7. Oh my good lord. It's a 9/9. Oh. Counts the winner's rests too. Oh, 9/9 trample for 4. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh god. And this, folks, is why we drafted this card. Holy kashmoli. That's insane. Wow. 4 mana 9/9 trample. That taps your guy. Oh, that's gas. Oh, man, that felt so good. Okay. All right. Validated. We're validated, everybody. Okay. Now, let's go on to round number 2. We've lost the die roll. That's okay. We have with us a hand with 4 Snowlands, a couple of Astrolabes. We're going to keep... We have all the snowman we want. We can cycle these. I am going to need some amount of creatures at some point, but it's okay. Draw a card. There's a sword. Okay. I need a creature to put it on, but don't have that quite yet. Can I have a creature? No? Okay. Well, this is fine. Draw another card. All right, well. Okay, so we're looking a little bit sad because we have like a removal spell that needs a creature and a sword that needs a creature, but our opponent isn't casting anything, so I guess this is fine. End of combat. That's a strange time to do it. Okay, sure. All right, well, we'll just continue to play all these snow-covered lands and kind of look like make our opponent look like a peasant with all their regular basics. Exclude is going to be really good here, most likely. Yeah, we're definitely excluding that. Slivers are not invited, especially not that one. Frostwalla? Sweet. Okay, so let's play the Walla Walla and leave up the pump or the string to protect it. And next turn we can play Sword of Truth and Justice and smack our opponent in the face with it. That's pretty sweet. 5 mana, what you got? Settle Beyond Reality. You know, I'd rather that not happen. It's my only threat. We're going to string it. Yep. Okay, this is fine. Regular forest. Let's just get our domain. We have Snow Domain. Snowmain here, everybody. That is what has happened. Frostwalla, back in action. You can't exile him. He's the baddest lizard the world's ever seen. What? He's a coward? Well, I got news for you, friend. Oh, yeah. Cowards can still attack. He's a 2/3 coward. Lizard coward. Okay, so now we're going to put a sword on him because protection from those colors seems pretty good when... Okay, so I could do Squirrel Nest too, but I think I'd rather just get the sword out there. My opponent does not seem to have any responses. Oh, wow, look at that. When I attach the sword, pro white just makes the reprobation fall off. That's so gross. Well, I put another counter on this guy. Now he's a 6/6. I'm dead. That's so good. Well, my opponent concedes. Okay, so playing red-white aggressive deck. Red-white aggro. Not sure if any of these cards are good. Probably not. I mean, this just gets exiled. Okay, yeah, I'll keep it the way it is. I have a protection from white sword against this guy, so I don't think we should have any problem beating him if we can draw this and any number of creatures to put it on. So We even could have like gotten the squirrel nest running there. That would have been sweet. All right, so this hand is bad because we have like a bunch of blue cards and we have a bunch of non-blue snowlands and we don't have an astrolabe to fix the mana, so we got to mulligan this, unfortunately. This hand is fine. We have 1, 2 snowlands. Okay, this is okay. We'll keep it. It's not great, but Frostblock Bastion can be. I'll put that on top. The Bastion can be activated with the mana we currently have, so this is fine. We at least have like a turn 3 play of activate this and attack with it, so that's kind of okay. Start with the Frostblock Bastion. Go like island, plains. I want to lead with as many snowlands as possible because I do want to make sure this guy's as big as possible when I play him. Opponent has a Bladeback Sliver. Okay. It's kind of a neat little card. Snow-covered forest. That's a lot better than anything else I've got here. Bladeback. Yeah. If my opponent just follows up with a whole bunch of slivers, I might have some trouble. Outlast. Okay, we'll take 2. Here I think we're going to just like play the snow-covered plains. Ooh, Winter's Rest. That's actually pretty nice. But I don't want to use it on either of those, so we'll just play this, and then we'll be able to like activate Frostblock Bastion to keep these guys off my butt. That should be fine. New attack. I think I will activate it, right? Like, I think I get to just kill one of their guys. Like, I mean, they might have a removal spell or something, like a pump spell here, probably. It does suck, but I mean, it gets it out of their hand at the very least. Okay, well, that is not going to untap, so sure, I guess. And then we'll just Winter's Rest the other one, I suppose. Or we're able to play a 4/4 Tree Folk next turn, or a Chiller Pillar, depending on what they play. And if they play like nothing here, I'll just play the Chiller Pillar. If they play like, ooh, Frost Wallet, nice. Okay, so we'll just play Chiller Pillar. Outlast this guy. Reprobation. Is it still a snow? It's still snow. Okay. I'll take 2. I'd rather keep the snow guy in play. Alright. So, Snow-Covered Mountain. Alright, so we're going to play that. And then we're going to do the Abominable Tree Folk. We're going to lock down that guy for a turn. That's a 6/6 trample for 4 that locks down a thing. It's going to grow even bigger, too. My opponent is likely a few turns away from being able to deal with it. So, Insect Coward. Oh, man. Love it. I love it so much. Okay. So they have... Doesn't look like much. They have another reprobation. Oh, Winds of Abandon. It definitely sucks. We'll just get the snow-covered island, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Hex Drinker? Yeah, we're going to just immediately level this up. If he doesn't deal with it this turn, then it becomes a protection from everything thing next turn, and then that will probably let me win the game. So, Baby Progenitus gets there. Oh, man. That's pretty gross. So, yeah. So, I guess we've inadvertently learned so far that even if you don't get your the snow-covered lands of the right colors, you can still use astrolabes. I would like to take the die roll. Yes. You can still use Astrolabes to make a functional mana base. We're going to keep this hand. Hex Drinker on 1. Yeah. Gas. All right. This will attack for 2 and then level it up a couple times. So I need 1 mana to level this guy up again. And if my opponent doesn't have removal here, they're in a world of hurt. Okay, so let's just do it. Okay, there we go. Guess the game's pretty much over. No, we're not do that. I should attack for 4 first. Protection from instants. That's so strong. I can just make it a Progenitus next turn. That's so disgusting. That's so disgusting. 5. It's 8. Level 8. You can just spend all your mana. Just make it, like, completely indestructible. Okay, this is absurd. Hold on. So it's at 5. So we're going to go... fight. And then level up. Level up. Level up. Now it's Progenitus. What in the hell is this card? What in the hell is this card? This is turn 4. This is turn 4 if you don't kill it. What in the heck? If you don't answer this card, turn 3, you attack with your 4/4 pro instance, and turn 4, it's just Progenitus. Like, okay. I mean, wow. That's insane. Okay, well, I mean, I think we just run it back. Holy cow. That is completely insane. All right, this hand looks pretty reasonable. We have a Rime Tender plus a couple of Snowlands, and yeah, we're going to keep... Definitely not as insane as last time. True, but it is still good. Wow, Hex Drinker. Who would have known? Who would have thought? So you can go like Rime Tender into Frostball or Savage Swipe on turn 3. That's strong. That's real strong. Fairy Seer comes in for 1. Hopefully they don't have a cool ninja. Oh, they do have a ninja. No. Not the Infiltrator. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's a really strong one. That's a really strong one. Need to draw a card. Okay, so I was going to get to like draw 2 cards off this. Guaranteed. But then we're going to kill it with Savage Swipe, so it's not going to be too bad, but it's still definitely lackluster. Not what I would appreciate having, but yeah. The 2/3 stat line is actually really strong here. They also get to scry 2 again with their fairy. That's real sweet. Okay. Well, we're just going to take it. Vidalcan Ninja. Nice. Soldier of Fortune 88. I think I recognize this guy's username. I want to say I've seen them on the top tiers of a lot of the draft formats. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't know. Definitely a possibility. Okay, Fairy Seer is back in action. That's fine. I hope they just tap out here because I really would like to get to Savage Swipe down the Ingenious Infiltrator. It's going to be kind of hard to do that if my opponent just passes with 2 mana up. Yeah. Ugh. That's really, really rough. Because I can just go like Snow-Covered Plains, Frostwalla here. And then I can pump Frostwalla using Rime Tender. Like, what I can't do, like definitely cannot do, is just let my opponent have some sort of bounce spell or removal spell in response to my Savage Swipe. Like, I will probably just lose on the spot if that's the case. So definitely can't allow that. Cannot allow that at all. So we're just gonna have to suck it up. And if they have another ninja to use with this Fairy Seer, it's gonna be rough. That's just the way it is. That's the way it's gonna be. All right, so we're gonna untap this Snow Permanent. I think I'm going to block this first. Then I'm gonna activate it. I want to make sure the block goes off so he doesn't get to just draw a card for free. He probably has something here. I anticipate something like a bounce spell or a... Oh, he has another Ingenious Infiltrator? Holy moly. He's going to get to draw 2 cards here? That's super gross. Wait, does he have removal? Ah! No. Ouch. Oh, wow. That's so good. Umezawa's Charm, huh? Okay. Well, at least I do get to kill one of them this turn, so that's at least a plus. Although it's still a yikes. So Frostwalk Bastion will be really helpful here. So we're gonna swipe, and then we'll block with a Frostwalk Bastion here. That's pretty solid. Do I want to attack with this? Probably not. Oh, jeez. Double Infiltrator. That's really strong. I mean, it's not as strong as Baby Progenitus on turn 4, but I mean, it is quite good. We'll just leave her back. I'd rather like trade Rime Tender for the Infiltrator rather than like letting my opponent go crazy with it. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what happens here. The sword should put in some work. Oh, no. That's bad. This is really bad. Oh, gross. That's so incredibly gross. Well, rip. Just gets to go full insane mode. Universal Automaton, and that's even like a ninja because of this. That's pretty crazy. All right, well, kind of wasted our mana there, which sucks, but at the very least we can play a sword here, I guess. A sword is kind of okay. Play sword, equip sword. Even playing and equipping doesn't even do anything because our opponent just blocks with a Universal Automaton. I still think we play it. And then maybe we just... Equipping doesn't seem great. Doesn't give pro black. Probably should have left up the blue mana just because I wanted to use this. But I guess it's not really happening just yet. Rather block with the Bastion, maybe? My opponent has 6 cards in hand, so they're likely to be able to just keep getting this guy in. Yeah, I have to get aggressive. I think I'm going to lose this game anyway, so we're just going to... Yeah, okay. We'll just concede. There's no way I'm winning this game when my opponent has double ninjas, drawing 2 cards. And, yeah. They had 5 cards in hand still. Yeah, okay. Not going to happen. All right, so good to know they have that bounce spell, though. Do I have any way to deal with these ninjas appropriately? Winter's Rest is going to put in a lot of work, I think. Pyrophobia should be excellent. String of Disappearances should be good. It's going to be worth thinking about whether my opponent's going to be using their ninjas at instant speed, because the ninjutsu is an activated ability, so I can't actually counter a ninja by excluding it if that is indeed the way they're trying to cast it. So that's the thing I got to be worried about. I think the rest of the deck seems pretty well positioned against them, though, so we'll run it back and hopefully get a better draw this time. Yes, I like to play first. And this hand has 2 snow-covered lands. We'll probably keep. Yep. Got a Pyrophobia to deal with the first ninja. Nice that they didn't start off with the little fairy. The fairy's actually so good at enabling these ninjas. Alright, what does he got? Universal Automaton. That seems pretty bad. At least in this case, he does. Waterlogged Grove is great, though, because now we have 4 mana. We can cast Reign of Revelation or Exclude at instant speed. And both of those things seem really good. So we'll probably be doing that. Smoke Shroud, huh? Do I care about that? I'll let it happen. This doesn't really do much here. It just makes it into a 2/2. And we can just Pyrophobia it down or something. Or no, I probably want to Winter's Rest this, actually, because if I Winter's Rest it, then the Smoke Shroud just gets to stay attached to this, and then it won't ever actually... I won't ever have to deal with it again. That's really good. We're gonna discard the forest because I just want like all snow-covered lands here. Frostwalk Bastion, nice. Okay, so here I got 5 mana, so I want to play Winter's Rest, hold up Exclude. So we're gonna do 1, 2. You can sleep forever. He might have a String of Disappearances for it, which would kind of suck, but at this point, it's a 2-for-1, so I'll take it. I probably should attack with this now, I want to say, because I have enough mana to do what I want. Yeah, we'll attack. We'll swing in. My opponent might just like string this and that. Be pretty sucky. But oh, they got their black mana. Okay. That's pretty good. What you gonna do with it? I'll actually just sack the Grove. I think I'm a little flooded. We're a little flooded. We'll just take the extra card here. We have our own string now. Okay. That's pretty sweet. So I want to hold up Exclude plus string, so I'll play an island. And we're not going to activate this Frostwalk Bastion. Don't think that's correct. They have 5 cards in hand. What on earth could they be doing? I'm just really confused. What could they possibly be waiting for? So I could, like, activate Bastion, attack for 4, and then still hold up Exclude or String. Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't really see how this backfires all too hardly. I don't see how this backfires on me. I really don't. Already played a land. We'll pass. What are they doing? Just have like infinite mana. They can't be that flooded. There's no way. Azra, Smoke Shaper. That's fine. I can just kill that with Pyrophobia. Or I could exclude it. Exclude is a hard card to hold up. I think I'd rather exclude. Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah, I think I'll exclude this. This is fine. Fine card to exclude it. If they have like a counter, they can counter back. Then, yeah, I just don't want them to have any creatures they can use like the ninjutsu ability with. So try to shut off ninjutsu as much as we can here. So they're at 12. Let me play the Frostwalla this turn. Play Frostwalla, hold up the string. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play the Walla. Walla. Do they have a counterspell? They do not. Or they don't want to use it if they do. Then I think I actually want to play the Astrolabe. So now I have triple blue for a double string if I need to. I think having a double string is really strong. They're prohibiting my Alchem's Astrolabe? I mean, sure. That feels like a waste, but okay. It's a strange thing to prohibit, but I would have prohibited the Frostwalla. I guess I didn't have enough mana to do that. That's fine. Infiltrator. Sure. Okay, this is fine. Okay. I think I'll probably want to Pyrophobia that. Oh yeah, prohibit to counter if they try to mess with me. Okay, this is great. Let's just play the land so we have as much mana to counter back as possible. Pyrophobia. Umezawa's Charm, huh? I don't think so. I'll just counter that. No +2/+2 for you. And we win. Cool. 3-0. We get a little qualifier point and a treasure chest. Pretty sweet. All right, so that was our first dive into Modern Horizons. Crazy set. I'm super grateful that I managed to still 3-0 that after losing half of like the middle part of pack number 3. That was kind of crazy. But yeah, so apparently snow, it's a real draft thing. It's something you can make happen. You don't even need like all snow-covered islands and forests. You can do it with a ragtag bunch of other lands as well. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this draft. Hopefully going to be able to have time to make some more over the course of the summer. And until next time, this is Lord Alvon, signing off.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my video. If you like what you saw, please feel free to leave a like or comment down in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see more of me, you can do so by clicking one of the links over here on my left, or subscribe by clicking the link right here in the middle. Anyway, that's all we got for this video, so until next time, this is Lord Alvon, signing off.